Lieutenant Kara Dylan had survived first contact with 17 hostile species, navigated 3 separate diplomatic incidents, and once talked down a berserker war mech using nothing but sarcasm and a broken translator. But nothing in her decade of military service had prepared her for Tar. The creature was barely knee-high, covered in midnight blue fur that rippled with bioluminescent patterns when agitated. His species, the Vexral, were apex predators from a death world where everything either poisoned you, ate you, or did both simultaneously. Adult Vexral stood 8 feet tall with retractable claws that could shred titanium plating. The Galactic Council had classified them as approach with extreme caution and avoid juvenile contact unpredictable. Naturally, Command had decided to station a creche of Vexral cubs at Forward Base Terminus as part of some grand interspecies cooperation initiative. Kara had been briefing the Night Watch when Tar struck. One moment her tactical sunglasses, standard issue, polarized with integrated HUD, sat perched on her head. The next a blue blur exploded from the shadows. Tiny claws snagged the frames and the cub vanished into the ventilation system before anyone could blink. Contact. Contact! Corporal Martinez shouted, drawing his sidearm. Stand down, Kara sighed, rubbing the bridge of her nose. It's just the cubs again. This wasn't the first theft. The Vexral young had an unfortunate habit of acquiring human equipment. Last week, they'd stolen 6 combat knives, a tactical flashlight, and somehow an entire crate of MREs. The base's xenobiologist, Dr. Yamamoto, theorized it was instinctive behavior, young predators hoarding interesting objects to learn about their environment. Kara theorized they were just little menaces. She found Tar 20 minutes later in the cargo bay, her sunglasses perched at an awkward angle over his face, which shouldn't have been anatomically possible given that Vexral had 4 eyes arranged in a diamond pattern. He sat perfectly still, tracking her movement with eerie precision despite the lenses being completely opaque to his vision spectrum. Tar, she said slowly, I need those back. The cub's ears, or what passed for ears, triangular frills that could detect heartbeats from 50 meters, swiveled toward her. His bioluminescent patterns flared yellow, curiosity mixed with defiance. Those are military equipment. Important for humans, Tar chittered, a sound like crystal breaking in slow motion. Then he did something unexpected. He stood up on his hind legs. Vexral juveniles were typically quadrupedal, and saluted. Badly. His tiny paw hand went to his forehead at completely the wrong angle, but the intent was unmistakable. Kara blinked. Did you just... The cub darted away, still wearing the sunglasses, and positioned himself at the cargo bay entrance. His posture shifted into something Kara recognized from 100 guard shifts. Alert, attentive, scanning for threats. He'd seen humans standing watch and was now imitating them with the dedication of someone who'd found their calling. Oh no, Kara muttered. Within an hour, every cub in the creche had noticed Tar's new behavior. Within 6 hours, they'd all stolen pieces of human equipment, sunglasses, caps. One enterprising cub had somehow acquired a tactical vest and stationed themselves at various points around the base perimeter. By morning, Forward Base Terminus had gained 12 unofficial guards who followed human patrol patterns with unsettling accuracy. The base commander, Colonel Hadris, was less than amused. Lieutenant, why are there alien predator cubs wearing our gear and following our people around? Sir, I can explain. They're guarding the east perimeter, Hadris interrupted, pulling up security footage. On screen, Tar and 2 other cubs sat in perfect formation outside the munitions depot, heads swiveling in synchronized patterns. When a supply drone approached, all 3 chittered the alarm call and moved to intercept, before recognizing the friendly designation beacon. They're actually doing it correctly, the colonel said, sounding more surprised than angry. Dr. Yamamoto appeared, tablet in hand, practically vibrating with excitement. This is unprecedented. Vexral cubs don't exhibit pack coordination behavior until sexual maturity. They're learning from observing humans, adopting our tactical patterns as their own. Lieutenant Dalen's sunglasses appear to have become a status symbol. The cub who earned them first is now the alpha of their group. Kara stared at the footage. Tar had organized the other cubs into patrol rotations. They were copying human guard behavior down to the shift changes. Can we work with this? Hadris asked. The question hung in the air. The Vexral homeworld had been devastated by the Krithak swarms 3 cycles ago. These cubs were refugees, their families dead or scattered. The Galactic Council wanted them relocated to a safe world. But adults of their species were too dangerous for most colonies. The cubs needed somewhere to grow up, needed purpose and structure. They'd apparently decided that purpose was guarding humans. Kara made a decision. Tar, front and center. The cub bounded over, still wearing her sunglasses. She knelt down to his level. You want to help? Really help? Tar's patterns flashed bright blue. Affirmation. Eagerness. She pulled out her backup sunglasses and placed them on the ground. These are yours now. But there are rules. No stealing from humans. No attacking unless ordered. You follow my commands. Understand? Tar looked at the sunglasses, then at Kara, then at the other cubs watching from their posts. His pattern cycled through several colors before settling on deep purple. Acceptance, loyalty, determination. He picked up the glasses, placed them carefully on his face, and saluted again, this time correctly. 3 months later, the Dalen's pack had become legendary. The Vexral cubs, now officially designated auxiliary security, had prevented 2 infiltration attempts, detected 3 equipment malfunctions before they became critical, and scared off a raiding party of Krythak scouts simply by existing in the right place at the right time. Tar never took the sunglasses off, even when sleeping. When the Galactic Council tried to relocate the cubs, claiming humans were being irresponsible, Tar's response was to organize his pack into defensive positions around the human barracks. The message was clear. They'd chosen their people. Kara stood on the observation deck watching 12 juvenile apex predators run coordinated patrol patterns around the base. Tar sat beside her, sunglasses reflecting the alien sunset. You know, she said, I still want those back someday. Tar chittered the Vexral equivalent of laughter and adjusted his sunglasses with one claw. Not a chance.